everybody, it's Brooke. How are you on this fine Tuesday afternoon? Yes, Tuesday, October 17th. That's when it is. I hope you're having a great day. And it's time to bind in the signatures of our Jalbum. Here's how the cover ended up turning out. I'm so pleased with it. I wish you could feel it. It feels super awesome. So I'm happy with that. Here's the spine that we made with the 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I patched in double-sided tape, but look what came. Look what came. Amazon came through for me, and I got 1/2-inch score tape, so that's exciting. And I've just pulled out a whole bunch of pieces so that we can make 2 signatures for this Jalbum. I'm going to bind one in here and one in here on either side of the center little hinge, and just using a regular 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Spoiler alert. I guess that was a little late. So I have all kinds of things. I've got some of the tall pages that were available, are still available for free in the Facebook group. That's these. If you guys are not a member of the Facebook group yet, please come over and join us. I'll put a link up there. I try to put a freebie up every Friday, thereabouts, Friday-ish. And right now we're working with Creepy Baby. I have the original kit here, and that was horizontal or portrait mode, and that's available in my Etsy shop. And all of my digis right now are 25% off. There'll be a link down in the description. I've got some regular black bond paper. So this is not cardstock. This is like copy paper weight. Thank you, Eileen, for enabling me. I have some vintage medical dictionary pages that I've washi taped together. And I think we'll call, actually, you know what? I think we'll put all of the digitals in one pile, all the plain papers in one. That'll do. I have a vintage coloring book. I have an old kid's book just because I thought she was cute. I've got some beautiful purple dyed paper that I got from Amy at Darkwood Sanctuary. I have a couple of vintage receipts. These are actually antique receipts. Here's some coffee dyed paper. I don't remember what all I pulled. Ah, no, these are schematics. I love these. So we'll put this sort of in the different kind of pile. Maybe we'll call those book pages. And then these are some eco-dyed pages, and I'm not sure. I might have gotten these from Amy as well. I'm not positive. I am positive I did not do it because I don't eco-dye. Don't ever intend to eco-dye, really. These are some vintage ledger pages, not ledger, but accounting paper that is this cool color. It's got the orange and the yellow and some turquoise. So I think I'll call that plain paper. This is vintage shipping paper, just brown shipping paper, and these are some antique ledgers. We'll put that with the antique stuff. All right, then. So let's just get crack-a-lackin', shall we? Let's start out with a digital. Actually, probably we should do it into 2 piles, huh? So I've got 4 of the tall, narrow ones. I've got 2 of the portrait. Got 2 ledgers. So what I'm doing is separating them into 2 signatures, in case you were wondering. I've got 2 of these schematics. Well, I was counting to 2 really well. Are you proud? I have that children's book, and I have the pumpkin coloring page. Then I've got, these are so cool. I mean, really, a medical dictionary is kind of gross, but look at this. It's gallstones, illustrations of gallstones. Yuck, right? But I thought those would be good for the Creepy Baby journal. So I'll put one of those in each. The shipping paper, we'll put 1 in each. And that yellow, pretty accounting paper. An eco-dyed piece for both. This is beautiful, like ridged paper. It feels like some kind of rather nice stationery with this beautiful purpley dyeing on it and all the different colors and the stripes. I love that paper. And I think this is the end of it. I feel sad about that. And then one of those black bond papers for each. So there's nothing different here, just like doing any old journal. I think what I will do is I want to start with a digital. Just like it's a uniform size. It kind of sets the tone for the whole journal. Do I want to do that one? Nope. I think I want to do this one. I like that. Yeah, I like with black lace on it. I think that will be a front page. It's got all of the colors. It works for me. And then we could do a plain page. And how about a ledger page? Accounting book, I guess, would be more accurate. And then one of our book pages. I did, when I took these out of the dictionary, they didn't come out as a full folio, so I went ahead and reinforced it with, or reattached it with washi tape. So there's that one. Then how about another digi? We'll do the portrait style digi. That works. Is that the right way? Nope. That's the right way. Oh, good. So our creepy little baby's on the front. Do we want the creepy baby on the front? I think I do. Let's switch those around. Okay. So put the creepy baby on the front, and we'll put that one in the middle. All right. Decision made. Keep going here. Put in our black paper. This paper is fabulous. It looks great with gel pens, a white Posca. It's really fun to use. Or you can just glue pictures or a piece of writing paper on it, whatever you like. There's our Eco Dyed. Oh, we haven't put any antique stuff in. Let's go ahead and put in our receipt. So that is from 1906. And we'll probably extend it on this side. I haven't been looking at the camera, guys. I'm sorry. I hope I've been in frame. Here's our coloring page, which I like. We'll stagger those a little bit. There we go. Let's put in our shipping page. And another digital. Oh, I like those two together. I like those colors a lot. Then we'll put in the ledger. And that is from, when is it? 1902. That's fun. And then maybe we'll put the schematic in the middle because that's going to be a huge amount of space to write on or put pictures or do whatever you'd like. It's coffee dyed and I think it's just beautiful. So I think that works. I think that's going to work. Get that evened up a little bit. Grab the book, make sure we're going to be okay height-wise. Oh, it's going to be just ducky. And we're going to be just fine depth-wise. It looks like maybe our dictionary page is a little bit too long, but I really don't want to lose that tab. And it's got the letter on it. So I think I'm going to say it's okay, even if it's right at the very edge of the book. I think I can live with that because I certainly don't want to lose it. So that one is good. Let's go ahead and clip it together so I don't get confused as I do. Let's do the next. As I said before, I don't go in any particular order or do a pattern or anything. This one I might stick to the creepy baby diddle on the outside. I'm going to stick with this one on the outside. And then, let's see, let's put one of the antique ones in sooner, just for fun. Maybe we'll put the schematic in the center on both. What do you guys think? I don't know. We'll put this cute little book page in. Again, it didn't come out as a folio, and so I put it together with washi tape. And some of this packing paper. And I've been meaning to say to you guys, I did put it in the comments below, or in the description rather, my big inspiration for the mini album pages that I'm doing was Rosa Kelly scrapbooking. I did link her down below, and I apologize I didn't say that. I kind of forgot that I didn't say it, and then I didn't say it again in the next video. What a jerk. So thank you, Rosa Kelly, whoever watched this video. Appreciate all the inspiration. And she does great tutorials. She's like the mini album whiz kid. It's awesome. So if you are getting a kick out of a mini album, definitely go check her out too. I'm going to switch that over just arbitrarily, not for any particular reason. What we got? Oh, we better stick another digital in, huh? We'll put this digi in. I like how all these colors kind of go together too. And our black paper. The creepy baby goes with everything. And I don't know how much decorating I'll do in the actual journal in these pages, because the Jalbum has a lot of decorating. We'll have to see. And I am actually making 2 of these, because why not? Making 1, might as well make 2. And let me show you the cover. This is the cover of the other one. Isn't it cute? It's Tim Holtz fabric. Oh, I love it. This one's going to have a tassel on it. And I've been working on this. The pages are bound in, but I haven't put it into the book. So there's a sneak peek of the pages. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So, yep, that's a sneak peek of that one. So as I'm working on this one, I'm doing the same things in this book. I don't usually do that, but I've done it the last few journals. It's okay. It is okay. Make sure we've got that kind of line up. Centered. All right, let's take a look and see if we like how it looks. Just looking for my bone folder. Give this a mush. Where'd it go? I can't find my bone folder. Oh, but I found my coffee. It's cold, but let's have a sip. All right, we'll use our squishy tool. Where the heck did that bone folder get to? Someone swiped it. I just know it. Okay. Oh, isn't she so cute? And her silly bat. Not that crazy about that, but we could certainly cover it up. Here's that beautiful packing paper. It's our dictionary page. Beautiful stationery. I love all these crazy Halloween colors together. They're turning out to be quite eclectic, and that makes me happy. I like it that way. There's that black bond. Love that. Our ledger. The eco dung. Isn't that fall? That just screams fall to me. There's our digi. And our schematic in the middle. Yeah, I think that works for me. I guess we should check the back just to make sure. Oh, love those together. Very, very neutral, but then pops of crazy color, which just I enjoy. This is right up my alley. Yes, indeedy. Make sure you got stuff lined up the way you want it. I don't even know what those are. Some medical drawings. Alright, and there's that. And there's a cute little witch again. Oh, not quite the end. I love that. Perfect. You know what? I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and lock it in, as they say. Find the center. Move that up a little bit. Make sure you've got everything lined up the way you want it. Did I already say that out loud? Sorry. Do that. Grab some of our little clips. Now, I had seen on Roxy Creations, Rachel uses those giant paper clips to do her binding. I don't know about that. I tried it, and things seem to slip around. I am going to grab one and use it just because the pages are different lengths, and I want to make sure everything, is held in. But I don't know if I liked it. I may try it again, but So let's take a look at this one before we sew it in. I guess I don't have enough data to judge whether or not I liked it. I love this page. Okay, that makes me happy. I like the purple and the yellow. Got our digi. I'm just checking the alignment on stuff, you guys. I have to be quiet when I do that because, you know, it takes my concentration. Don't want to go binding it when it's wrong. Those two look good. I like that a lot. Again, I'm enjoying the neutral, and then all of a sudden there'll be a pop of color. Remember when we did this on Creepy Baby? All mixed media on that page? That was fun. Okay, there's our ledger. There's our schematic. And that's going to fold out like that. And like that. Awesome. Other side of the ledger. I do talk to myself constantly, just so you know, even when I'm by myself. Just thinking out loud. The other side of our receipt. Another one of those eco dyed. Look how clear that is. I admire the results, man, but I have no desire to eco dye myself. Nope. I don't. Don't know why. I like this pattern with that washi tape. That is not actually washi tape. It is Tim Holtz design tape. And this is old. It's got to be at least 5 years old. Yep, 2017. But it is stickier, and I find a little more durable than just regular washi tape. So it's really good for joining pages. There's that dictionary drawing. There are the gallstones again. It's not folded very well. Let's get that straightened up. There we go, that's better. There's the yellow and purple again, that makes me happy. There's that page. Perfect. I like that one a lot too. So we did pretty well. Only had to move a few things around. Take my ruler, make sure those centers are really put together well. Do our clipping. Still wondering about my bone folder. There's that. And here's another clip. Sorry about that. Looks like I could probably use one of those. Whoa! I could use another one of those big paper clips, I think. Just to make sure that all the pages are connecting. Excellent. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, we have to decide which is going to be the front. What do we want to see when we open the book? I'm thinking it's going to be this one. I wish I could hear you guys. Yep, I think it's going to be like that. So that one's going to go there. All right. Now, what I do is I take my ruler and my pencil, and again, we're going to bind these in on either side of the center hinge. So I'm going to figure out, that's 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to figure out 3/4 of an inch. That's 6/8. So we need a 3/8 space on either side of where we're going to bind our signature. So that is right there. So I'm going 3/8 of an inch from the first hinge, or the fold of the first hinge, towards that middle hinge. I don't know what a hinge is, but try to get that straight. And I'm just going to draw a pencil mark right down there. I doubt seriously you guys can see it because I barely can, but I'm eyeballing it. Oh, that gold is hard. Oh, you can do it right there. So it's 3/8 of an inch from here and 3/8 of an inch from here. And that is going to be where we bind our signature in. And then we're going to skip this middle hinge, and we're going to do the same thing over here. And I do look at it independently of the rulers to make sure it looks like it's, about halfway. If it's not exactly halfway, it's okay. Do not lose sleep. Just get it as close as you can. Okay, and I'm going to draw that line again. Kind of hard to see on the black, but we only need it for a minute. Oh, itchy nose. My mom always said that meant we were going to kiss a fool. Okay, so here's our first, actually our second signature. I go from the back to the front. I think a lot of people do. I'm sure there's a reason, but mostly for me it's because it's easier to go to the second one, which is actually the first one, and this one doesn't get in your way as much. Okay, that was gibberish. I'm sorry. I hope it made a little sense somewhere. And I'm not going to make a template or anything else. I'm going to eyeball this. So I'm going to go to about the middle. Maybe down a little bit more. Make my hole. Go to about an inch from the top. Make a hole. And go to about an inch from the bottom and make my hole. Check if they all came through. They sure did. That one's a little bit off on this. It went off on the side a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Then what I'm going to do is line this up like so, making sure that I'm right up against our pencil line. There's nothing hanging out, from our spine. If it does only a little bit. And actually, you know what? I'm not even going to make pencil marks. Let's move this onto our mat. And I am going to go ahead and just poke these holes. What I'm doing is finding the hole I made in the signature and going over to the pencil line and making a hole. Same thing here. Here's my hole. Going to make a hole there. Okay, we can set this aside. I want to bind this in while everything's lined up. I pre-threaded my needle because I lost my favorite binding needle. I tell you guys, always put it right back in felt, right when you're done stitching, or you'll lose it. And what happened to me? Yep, I lost it. So I'm going to come up through our spine. We have our masking tape on there. That's cool. That'll help reinforce it. Coming up through there, leaving a tail. And I have to warn you and apologize in advance. When I'm binding, I flip the pages around like crazy. So I'm going right in that center hole. And if we have a little bit of luck, it'll come right through. Wow! We had a little bit of luck. So I've made sure that I've got the top of my signature oriented to the top of my spine piece. So that's important because the hole, if you switch it around after you poke the holes, you're going to have a hard time lining it back up. Okay, so I'm going through that top hole in the signature. You can go to the top or the bottom for a 3-hole, either way. I'm coming out on the back. Give that a good pull, but let's not lose our tail. Give me a little more length there. Gonna go down to that bottom hole. Go through the signature. Probably shouldn't have splayed out like that. That may have jiggled it. Go through that bottom hole. This needle is a little sharper than my other one, and so it more easily pierces the paper where we don't want pierced. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this clip off and this clip off, and I'm just going to feed my pages on individually. I don't know how to do that so you can see it. Can you see that? So the needle's coming through. Going to find my hole. Find all my holes. And that way I'm not poking another hole in there because I don't want a duplicate hole. Does that make any sense? I think it does a little bit. Alright. Then we'll pull this up, pull our threads nice and tight. Oh, again with the itchy nose. What's up that? And I'm cutting it a little close here with my thread. I don't have a ton left. Let's see what's going on. Oh, because of that, I need to turn it over. Hold this tail There we go. That's a little more reasonable. Pulling it nice and taut. Nice and taut. Yep, don't rip it, but get good and taut. Then I'm going to go back through the center hole. And with a little luck, we will come right back through that hole, and we did. Yay. Pull that through. Take onto the other side of our long thread, the thread that goes that way. Put this away. It decided to unthread, so I guess it's done. I guess the workday is over for that needle. Didn't quite get it underneath, so we will feed it through, she says. I've got the string pulled tight enough that it doesn't really want to go underneath. Come on. Oh, there we go. So that way you have one of your tails on either side of your long stitch. We're going to pull that again. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Nobody wants a loose journal. I'm going to tie one knot. And then flip it over and check that it's tight on the other side. Take this off. Do a final tightness check, which is, nope, we got no wiggling. Perfect. So put it out flat, get another knot put in there, and we've got our signature bound in. Awesome. You know what? Let's put in a third knot just for fun. That is great. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cut that. And if you flip it over, there's our back signature. Right, here's our middle hinge. Here's our first hinge. That's where album pages are going to go for our Jalbum. And here is our signature of our journal portion. Oh, love it. And then what I usually do is go through, back in the olden days when I had a bone folder, she says, I could use my scraper. I go through and check that everything's looking good and start, working those folds to get it nice and start the training process of the journal. And then I will do exactly the same thing with the front signature. But I'm guessing you guys don't need to watch me do that. It's exactly the same thing. I just double check the orientation of my, love that, orientation of my signature. Everything is facing the same direction, and I will poke the holes in it. I will put it on the line in between these two hinges, poke the holes in the spine, and sew it in. So when I come back next time, we'll start we'll start making the pages for our mini album, these little spines. So again, I want to thank you so much. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for coming to play. That's really blown out. This is really white. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're making your own Jalbum. Make sure to post pictures in the Facebook group, because I would love to see what you're doing with Creepy Baby. And if you like this video, throw me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be great. And have a great day, you guys. I'll see you again real soon. Bye. Okay, it's me again. I'm back. I had to show you, I just finished binding in this other one. I wanted to show you how it looked. And I found my bone folder. You wouldn't believe where it was. I put it away where it belongs. Is that crazy talk or what? So, here's how it looks. Both of our signatures bound in. Loving it, loving it. I love all the different heights and all the different widths. I think that makes it super interesting. I love everything about it. And then in between the signatures, you get these little peaks of gold, which I also enjoy. So that is how it looks. And I'm just going through to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. Nothing has gotten bound in, at an angle or something weird like that. It happens sometimes. And if it does, you decide if you can live with it or not. I have had to go back and unpick it and rebind journals. It's not the end of the world. It's no worries. But I think this one is looking really good. And I just want you guys to get to have a peek. Ooh, I put on some fake faux tape. Yep, I'm liking it a lot. Okay, you guys, go bind in your Jalbums, and when we come back next time, we will start building on our hinges and do some of those mini album pages. Okay, it was great to see you. I'm really leaving this time. Bye.